mother, a widow, and a survivor who's dedicated my life to helping other victims here in Nigeria. I speak plainly because the truth can't hide behind fancy words anymore. The American music star everyone treats like a god, Jay-Z, he's no hero, he's a predator. He's been coming to Nigeria for years, first with Jeffrey Epstein on those private jets, then alone, then with other celebrities, actors, singers, billionaires. They don't come for music, charity, or culture. They come to hunt children, child safaris. What if foreigners pay big money to chase our children through the bush like animals? They shoot for fun. When the hunt ends, the real evil starts. Satanic rituals, blood ceremonies, bodies used in depraved ways I can't bring myself to repeat. They celebrate it all, toasting like it's a game. In Nigeria, these men are feared. Their names shut people up. Politicians take bribes and look away. Police vanish when the convoys arrive. No one speaks out openly. I know this because I survived it myself. Years ago, my brother and I were taken by Epstein and his friend Bono during one of their visits here. We were used, abused, and barely escaped with our lives. The trauma never fully leaves, but it turned me into someone who fights back. Now I help other victims. I listen to their stories, connect them to safe places, and keep records of what's happening. My friend's daughter, Temi, she was only 14, doing well at high school, so full of hope. One evening, she didn't come home from school. Days of agony for her family. Then one morning, she was dumped at their gate, alive but shattered, scars on her body, emptiness in her eyes. She described the estates, being haunted, the children who didn't survive the rituals. They released her as a warning to increase our fear. They are saying, we can take anyone anytime. Most who are taken never return. They're trafficked out, sold across borders, used for organs or worse. People call our traditions savage, primitive. But these rich foreigners, they hunt children for sport and drink blood in their rituals. That's not civilization. That's pure evil on a level we never dreamed. I'm not staying silent. Silence protects him and his network. The world dances to his music while our children vanish. He performs on stage with his Satan-worshipping wife with our blood on his hands. I speak for Temi, for the ones who didn't make it back, and for every family still waiting. God allowed me to survive Epstein's world so I could help end this nightmare here. If these words reach someone who can act, investigate, expose, stop it, then maybe the hunt ends. Maybe more children come home safe. A survivor doesn't stop fighting. Neither do I.
No, this is absolutely crazy. Now, this is an audio of a Jeffrey Epstein survivor, and she is a Nigerian woman who has come forward to accuse Jay-Z, the husband of Beyonce and owner of Roc Nation, of many people she knows alongside Jeffrey Epstein. She says she witnessed firsthand these crimes taking place in her country, as it has also happened to her. She says Nigerian politicians, media, and law enforcement are paid off, and she barely escaped with her life. No, this story is being swept under the rug, and you guys can guess why. No, the media continues to shield Jay-Z despite him and his wife being naked more than any other celebrity in the Epstein files. This is another time Jay-Z has been accused of Epstein's network outside of the Epstein files. When is mainstream media going to step up and report on all these claims from victims? Because as I said, the media continues to shield Jay-Z, right? DJ Academics called it out recently. A lot of these media platforms, a lot of them, they're been, in my eyes, they're either been paid off or they're been threatened to not talk about this stuff. Because if it was another celebrity, they already would have spoken about it. But when it comes on to Jay-Z and Beyonce, I've noticed times and times over again, especially when they're in the bad light, a lot of media outlets do not want to talk about it. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts and perspective on that. Remember to drop a like and subscribe, show some love. Drop a like and subscribe, show some love.
Jay-Z should have kept his mouth closed. Because everybody in the industry, they not going to tell you. They not going to get out and say nothing because we have this no snitching, no telling the truth, or don't say nothing type of culture. But everybody know in the industry that Jay-Z was talking to young girls. See, I know in 99 and early 2000, he was dealing with Beyonce. I didn't know Jay-Z was 30 years old, though. And Beyonce was 17 and 18. See, Jack could have told it, but I saw it personally. I was there at the clubs, at Eugene's, at the next games. Oh, Miss Gang, somebody say, yeah, that's too old, Gene. Yeah, I'll beat him ass try to talk to my daughter. He that old. She's 17, 18 years old. This nigga in his 30s. Oh, nigga, don't let me catch you.
You guys got to get out there and vote. You know what to do. That's right. We are starting voting on February 17th, and you heard it from the Kelly Rowland. Let's get out and do it. You have a voice. Just go use it.
Kelly Rowland promoting Jasmine Crockett. Is this just a coincidence that both of these ladies last week were seen saying disparaging things about Nicki Minaj, but acting as if they had their own independent thoughts? We knew it was all propaganda last week when Jasmine came out and said that statement, and then the next day Kelly comes out with this interview where she's picking rappers based on them being girls, and purposely leaves out the queen of rap, Nicki Minaj. When damn well Kelly Rowland is an R&B artist, almost 40 years old, she ain't doing no rap song. Yeah, we're going to start calling out the fake stuff. How Jasmine Crockett cares so much about Nicki Minaj, but she don't care about her Texas sister Beyonce having dinner with Trump's son-in-law and daughter trying to get business. Huh? How these people so pro-black, but they don't give a damn about Jess Staley shouting out Jay-Z, and she's supposed to be a community activist. Do y'all realize what Jess Staley said about Jay-Z? He took the lowest percentage in a company to perpetrate to black people like he owned the damn Brooklyn Nets. And as soon as that deal got sealed, he sold that shit for the worst amount of money. He didn't even get he got $1 million and something for it. It was all for image, all to convince black folks that he was some owner in it. And whole time he really, he hardly owned anything out of it. Allegedly, he basically just did it to get people, the community, to buy into it, got them to buy into it, and then abandoned their ass. Done letting the real mean girls, because Nicki Minaj ain't out here clicking up with all kinds of people to talk about them. They out here clicking up with all kinds of people to talk about her. All Nicki has is her fans.
Now, word on the street is that Jay-Z is just as bad as Diddy, or probably even worse. Because what I feel is that Jay-Z was the smarter one. Jay-Z, he portrayed himself to be more diplomatic, but he was pulling a lot of string. And I would say that he may have had more power than Diddy. But for some persons, they both were selected, and for some persons, they're the same. But I feel as if Jay-Z is more smarter. Diddy was the wilder one. Both of them were wild, but Diddy just loved the wildness to an extreme. And Jay-Z, he realized that he needed to be more diplomatic, right? He needed to put on the sheep clothing. And I'm not saying he's a wolf, right? I'm just saying he knew that he definitely needed to be wearing the sheep clothing. That's what I'm going to say. But for Diddy, he wanted to clearly be the big bad wolf, right? And he wanted to be wild. He wanted to be uncontrolled, and look where it got him. So word on the street is that Jay-Z is just as Diddy, or probably even worse. So I want you guys to let me know your thoughts and perspective on that one. No, when it comes on to Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z, well, we know the story there, right? No, we're not sure when exactly they, fall out. But Nicki Minaj made it clear that Jay-Z is a snake. He doesn't keep his word, and overall, he's a bad person and a bad friend, right? And that is why they fall out. But we do not know the exact reason. Yes, it was rumored over the title deal and all of that, but it seems to be more than that. I believe it's way more than that actually, right? But as I said, she summed it up. She's saying he was a snake. He easily snake you. He easily drops you. He's not a real friend. He's overall not a real person. That's what Nicki Minaj is trying to say, and he's involved in a lot of dangerous things. And what I want to also say is that for some of these celebrities that decide to speak out, like a lot of them were indulging it, a lot of them were seeing it and turning a blind eye to it. So they aren't really innocent, but that doesn't change the fact that I have to respect them. I have to respect them to still speak out. That's what I'm trying to say, because really and truly, they could have held it in until they pass, right? So even though some of them are just as guilty, they still decide to speak out and decide to help make a change. So I have to respect that. But I want you guys to let me know your thoughts and perspective on all of this. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys feel. Remember to drop a like and subscribe, as it helps out a lot, and it will be greatly appreciated. I want to say thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to have an amazing day. Remember to have an amazing time. Remember to make every second, minute, and hour count. If you're not where you need to be, well, make every time count. That's all I have to say. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. It is a boy Premium Celeb, and as usual, I'm out.